Dun, dun, dun. Thunder, 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 thunder tails. Ho! Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Dun. Thunder tails are on the moon. Thunder tails are loose. Playing the game of Pokemon. Thunder tails are loose. Thunder, 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 thunder tails. Thunder, 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 thunder tails. Thunder tails. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning. And I'm Sammy Ketchum, and I'm back with another deck video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Zeraora GX with Ninetails, aka Thundertails. Oh my god, this deck is so much fun. It was so much fun to build. It was so much fun to play. I play tested it a little bit against Blacephalon, and it actually did pretty well, but especially this week, I think I call it this week kind of Ninetails week, because I've got three decks that are going to be utilizing Ninetails GX. And so yeah, this week I'm going to have three decks and featured all on different days. I wanted to get this deck out to you because this is probably one of my favorite decks to play with Ninetails. So yeah, I also may have a Grand Bowl deck profile video coming up for you later on this week, right before Virginia Regionals, because I am going to that event, and I wanted to do a deck profile on that, and that deck is sick. I love that deck. But anyway, other than the news that I'm going to bring to you later, let's get on with this deck profile, because after this I got to go to work. So let's do this. Alright, first we're going to play 4 Zeraora GX. Zeraora GX is our main attacker. Zeraora GX and his ability. His ability basically gives free retreat to anyone who has an electric energy attached to it. That is very, very good. So basically, yeah. So basically, anybody who's basically inactive who has an electric energy becomes a baby type of Coco. And its attack for 3 energy. It does 160. And he can attack the next turn. So, I mean, we've seen these type of attacks before where they have 160 or whatever, or 190 or something, and where they can't attack. But the way to get around that is to retreat them, or Guzma, or something that could switch them out and bring up another one and attack. I mean, this has been relevant in a lot of decks, you know. So, I mean, this is something that we can definitely work with. Now, the one thing that we really like about this Pokemon is his GX attack. His GX attack basically says you can basically get 5 energies from your discard pile and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Yeah, but the thing is from your discard pile. How are you going to get your energies in the discard pile? You know, well, we'll talk about that a little later, because we've got a little engine that can help us do that. So yeah, but back to his other attack, 160. Of course, we have choice bands and stuff to make that 190, and we also have something else in here that'll actually bring that damage up even higher. So when we get to that, we'll talk about that. We have a 2/2 line of Ninetails GX. Ninetails GX is basically Zeraora's partner in crime. Ninetales GX's ability is the reason why it's in here. When you evolve them, it lets you search your deck for 2 item cards. 2 item cards. That is absolutely broken. Absolutely broken. You can search for a choice band, you can search for an ultra ball, and you can also search for electro power. You can search for electro power. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the reasons why Zeraora's attack is going to go up. One of the reasons how we're going to get the 210, the 240, etc., etc. You know, this could literally find your electro powers. It makes all my electric Pokemon that more powerful. The first attack, it hits for 70 and then does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, like bench Pokemon. It's not too good, you know. We actually have energies in here to help Ninetales attack as well. But the reason I would want Ninetales to attack is to abuse the GX attack if I wanted to abuse the GX attack. You know, to basically hit an Ultra Beast. But actually, maybe not. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change that. I'm going to change that. I'm going to take out 2 of the rainbow energies and put in electric energies. Just letting you guys know that now. I'm going to have a change. Because, I mean, with rainbow energies, with the first attack, 70 is only going to do 140 against weakness or whatever. Well, 170 with a choice band, that's not going to be that much. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to change that to just straight electric energies after this video. Just letting you guys know that. So, yeah, Ninetales isn't going to attack. It's just in here to get the electro powers and the choice bands and things like that. So, yeah, I'm going to make that change. We're going to have 2 type of Coco GXs. Disregard the one behind it. This is going to be another type of Coco GX when I get one. Yeah, Tapu Koko is in here for its Arrow Trail ability. When you play them down, you can take all the energies in play if you want to and attach them to Tapu Koko. And then its attack does basically 130. Sky High Claws. You can actually get that up with the Electro Powers. So 130 becomes 160. It can become 190. Choice Band could add more. Choice Band can add more damage if you're hitting a GX. So yeah, we could get this damage cap up. But actually, 130 is actually a sweet spot. It's a sweet spot for those non-GXs. Those non-GXs that sit there and have 130 HP. This is very good against them. His GX attack isn't bad either, but we're mainly going to be using Zeraora's GX attack in the beginning so we can have some energy acceleration. Alright. 2, Tapu Lele GX. Tapu Lele GX is in there because, you know, hey, it searches out supporters. Its ability searches out supporters. Its attack, energy drive. You can also use that. I mean, you have electric energies in, and you can just attach to and just have Lele attack with energy drive. But you know, it's just really just in here just to help you get a supporter from your deck. We have 2 Shuckle. Actually, this list, I actually kind of use rare candies list. And when I saw their list, I was like, they were only playing 1 Shuckle and 1 Ninetales and you know, and some stuff. It was actually a rough draft. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this list and, you know, I'm going to fine tune it and build it to my liking. And And this is one of the things that I like. I like Shuckle. 2 Shuckle in here is pretty decent. Its ability, basically, when you play it down, you can take 3 energies from your deck and put them into the discard pile, or up to 3. This is very good with Zeraora in the beginning of the game that basically uses GX attack. Basically, 2 is in here really so that your only copy does not get prized. You really don't want to play 2 Shuckle down on your bench. You know what I'm saying? But just having 2 in here is basically insurance. It's very good. I like it. Just with the Ninetails, I like 2 Ninetails in here. But actually in essence, getting off 2 Ninetails GXs isn't bad either. But just getting off 1, so 1 won't be in the prize is also a good thing. But but yeah, up this to 2 copies, up the Ninetails to 2 copies. So I'm playing this deck the way that I like, the way that it fits me. So yeah, shout out to Rare Candy because I really do like that list. I have 3 Cynthia in here. Self-explanatory, best draw supporter in the game. 2 Tate and Liza. Tate and Liza is in here because of its 2 abilities. The first one lets you switch out your active Pokemon. The second one lets you shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 5. Both are very useful. The switching effect is really, really good on Tate and Liza. I was playing in a tournament not too long ago, a couple of days ago, and Tate and Liza actually saved me. Tate and Liza actually saved me the switching ability, because I was only playing 3 Guzma. I used 2 of them, and 1 of them was prize. And I was like, how am I going to get my active Pokemon back to the bench, and switch it out, to power it up, and bring it back out? Tate and Liza. So I went through my deck, searched for Tate and Liza, got it out, and used a switching ability and switched them out. It was glorious. It was great. Tate and Liza is very, very good in here with the switching ability because of Zeraora. Zeraora's attack says that you can't attack next turn after you use it. So if you switch them out, bring them back to the bench, and then, since your Pokemon with electric energy has free retreat the active, bring him back out, and his attack resets. So this is very good if you use the switching ability. I have 2 copies of Judge. Judge is in here for disruption. I don't know what it is, but just about every deck that I play, I have 2 Judge in it. I love disrupting my opponent. I love taking the advantage away from them. I love taking their big hands and just making it worse. It puts your hand to 4 too, but if you play strategically, use up all the cards in your hand, play what you have. If you could set up your strategy before you judge them, then you really can set them back. Also, first turn judges in Marshadow GX and Marshadow Let Loose is very good against your opponent. You can basically just judge them into losing the game. Their hand will probably be so bad that they basically can't even continue. So basically this is very, very good. I love taking opponents out of their game, out of their comfort zone. And this is something that I like to do, so yeah, I'm going to play 2 Judge. 1 copy of Lily for that first turn. First turn, drop the 8 cards. Which is very, very good. You can search it out with Lele. That's the only reason I have 1 in here. If I don't draw it in the beginning, Cynthia is just as good, you know. We're not really too reliant on that. Three copies of Guzma. Guzma is very good for switching out your opponent's Pokemon and your Pokemon as well. Guzma wins games, self-explanatory. Two copies of Volkner. Volkner is very good in here since this is an electric deck. You can search out an item and an electric energy and add it to your hand. You can search out Electro Power. You can search out Ultra Ball. You can search out Choice Band, which is very, very good in this deck. You can even search out Nest Ball. So yeah, Volkner in this deck is very useful. Actually, Volkner is one of my favorite electric gym leaders, since electric is my favorite type. But yeah, I like Volkner. Volkner is really great in here. This is the card of the deck. Switch these around when you see the hollow ones. 4 Electro Power. Electro Power basically adds 30 damage to all your electric Pokemon's attacks. Yeah, that's 30 damage. So 30 damage on top of their base attack, and if they have a Choice Band attached, that's more damage attached to that if they're attacking a GX or EX Pokemon. So yeah. So basically 160 on the Zeraora. With the Choice Band, that's 190. With one of these Electro Powers, that's 210. That's hitting Zoroark, that's hitting Lycanroc, that's hitting a lot of the great Pokemon in the TCG. Add one more Electro Power, and that's hitting Gardevoir, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, basically the sky is the limit with damage output on this deck. You know. So yeah, I can hit the numbers with this deck because of Electro Power. And I can search it out with Ninetails and Volkner if I so choose to. This makes this deck very, very dangerous. Alright, 4 Ultra Ball. Best Pokemon search in the game. Discard 2, search your deck for any Pokemon. 2 Nest Balls to help you find your Zeraoras. And maybe Vulpixes. Yeah. 3 Choice Band. To help your damage output against GXs, which is very, very good. 30 more damage. Of course, you know, added with the Electro Powers, it's just some more damage on top of that. We have 2 Switch. Since Zeraora's attack basically says you can't attack on the next turn, 2 switches basically can switch them out, either bring out another one or bring back up that same Zeraora and reset the attack. So switching out is very good in this deck. One Rescue Stretcher to get back Pokemon. Either 1 to your hand or 3 back into the deck. Basically probably just like 1 to the hand. Maybe I can get it like a Zeraora back and use it again or something. Or, you know, shuffle something back in. It's not too bad. 2 Aether Paradise Conservation Areas. I know this is Altar of the Sun, but this is going to be Aether Paradise Conservation Area. I gotta get 2 copies of those to stick in here. What Aether Paradise does, it basically reduces 30 damage done to your basic electric and grass Pokemon. So Zeraora is basically going to be immune for 30 damage from your opponent's attacks. And so will Tapu Koko. And actually so will Shuckle. Even though it probably really won't matter with Shuckle because Shuckle's HP is like so low, but still, Shuckle can actually dodge maybe an early attack. But yeah, Aether Paradise Conservation Area is very good for this deck since your main attackers are basics. Thunder Mountain. Thunder Mountain is very good with this deck. You can only have one in here because it's a Prism Star. Um, you what this does is that this reduces the energy cost of your electric Pokemon by 1. So if Zeraora's attack for 3 does 160, it now requires only 2 energies. Now only requires 2 energies, which is very good. His GX attack is basically free now if you have this out. Which is crazy good. So yeah, Thunder Mountain is very, very good. Making your attacks less. If your attacks are less, then that means that, you know, that's energy you don't have to waste to attach to a Pokemon. You know. And we have a whopping 12 energy, 2 rainbow energy, but this is going to change. Actually, I think I have an idea. I think 12 energy is actually really decent for this deck. You know, 12 energy is decent for this deck. These two I'm going to change to a Guzma and a Guzma and another Cynthia. A Guzma and another Cynthia, I think. No. A Guzma and a Lily. A Guzma and a second Lily. So that, you know, so that our one Lily won't get prized. Yeah, so there's gonna be another Guzma to help switching and a Lily. That's what these two are going to be. So 12 energies, Guzma and Lily. Alright. Well, that's the list, guys. I hope you like it. This deck is very fun to play. You know, so I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. And as always, you can go beyond your limits and go beyond plus ultra.